about 10 or so views on these. So there are people that are going to come later on. I think he wants me to reply. Cool. So this week will be live sourcing, deal analysis. Again, the third one I've done. Let's stop looking at myself. Let's get started on the first one. But this time I'll be getting into Property Engine. First of all, though, just a quick summary of progress since last week. So this one we said there weren't higher level enough comparables to make the analysis work. Negotiations are at 680. Have a good relationship with this agent, Andre. Was able to tell me the price. Sorry if it's a bit noisy. See, in the open plan. Keep moving where I am now. So we didn't get high enough comparables on this one. It would have had to be, way over 900 to make it work. We could only find high 80s, and we were struggling there. So I let the agent know, and on to the next one with that. With oh hello, don't know what that is. With this old chestnut, bit more positive news. Still ongoing inquiry onto this one. So it was a bit of an up and down journey this week. I phoned on Tuesday, and I said, right, so obviously there's not enough room to add enough value for flip, but as a delayed completion assisted sale, this could really work. And maybe I didn't explain myself very well, and the agent here is a bit colder. He's a bit more blunt. He's a bit London, let's say, what you'd expect, and he just said no. I don't. I think the vendors will think that's too risky. I'm afraid. Sorry. Whatever. I rang back on Thursday, trying to overturn it, and had a rough time. I normally try and record my estate agent calls, as you'll see in my next YouTube video, and the last one. This one I didn't record, sadly, but it was a roller coaster. I wish it had recorded. I tried to. What happened is I rang him up and I said, look, as a flip, tried to emphasise the point. As a flip, we literally struggled to make an offer starting with a 4. And I think he was thinking, what? It's on for 500. Are you taking the piss? And he got really annoyed. I was like, look, if you're gonna, there's no way, if you're gonna keep talking about this property, you're wasting my time, your time. I was like, whoa, no. What I'm saying is that's not the offer I'm gonna make. The offer I'd like to make is something around the 480 mark, possibly more. Let's see what we can do as an assisted sale. And actually, he was happy with that. And Friday I sent the email to him over the phone. The best way to do it apparently is to go through the email and read it together at the time. But again, this guy's very short, sharp, blunt, straight to the point. It was like, okay, yeah, I'll read that later. Like there was no way I could go, no, listen to the story. Let me read it out to you now. Yeah, just didn't have that feeling that would work with him, and he was like, right, I'll read it at my own time, and then forward it on. I just explained the sister sale process and kind of made a proposal to the vendor. He's going to forward that on. The reason to read that over the phone, ideally, is to make sure the agent fully understands and well, not fully understands, but roughly understands the assisted sale concept and can explain it pretty well to the vendor. So there's a risk here that actually he's not understood it that well, and he's not going to have that belief in the assisted sale that I would. But the reason this could work is because the vendor has had really difficult trouble with their tenants. You can remember from last week, if you watched last week, they tried to sell this in 2023, right? And it's all gone topsy-turvy since then. Ollie, he told me that the tenants have been really rough, been trying to get them out for a while now in order to just get rid of the asset because they've moved to America. They've moved to the States and they want a new life. So that is a motivated seller. If you know, and you know, they're definitely not going to be. And it's only a light refurb, but they're moving to the States. They're not going to want to just fit a new kitchen and waste their time with that. So look, if we can offer something close to 500 what they want and just take them off them, and obviously it will take about 6 months the whole process, but let's see. So I'm it's one of them where if it was direct to vendor, I was explaining it to them, I'd be more confident because it's through an agent who was initially very blunt and standoffish with me. I'm not so sure, but anyway, then last update from this week, on the ones that we looked at last week is this one. So we were saying, you know, if we got this around 450, this again with an assisted sale could work. You know, it's a lot. Oh, forgot to mention on this one. Just a top tip that I'm going to pass on. So benefits of being in a network is you have fantastic people who know a lot of things. And Paul said last week, careful of that tree, mate. That could bugger up any sort of mortgage. So in the process of refurbing it, and I had no idea that would happen, but process of refurbing this place, you got to cut down that tree. Maybe plant a little sapling or something a little bit smaller in there instead, and that will cost about only $1,000. But that sort of thing can mess up a mortgage. Okay, stop waffling. This one, we were saying around 450 for an assisted sale. It's only a light refurb, but I was thinking. Well, let's go on to the floor plan. I did make a sort of actually make a new floor plan and draw this out properly, but you can, if you can imagine the wall coming around here and having this down here as a bedroom, because I was really struggling for 2-bed comparables on this one. We thought 450 could make it work. Agent said we've had an offer higher than 450 and it's going through the legals at the moment. So I might follow up on it, you know, in a couple of weeks. But in the meantime, they've very kindly sent us another option that's on their books. Evans, a lady called Natalie, or Natalia. She seemed really friendly. Maybe this is another agent I can get along with, such as Andre. Same as Andre. And this is where we're going to move into Property Engine. Let's forget all this Rightmove and Zoopla stuff. Okay. This is what they sent to me. They sent to me 22 Fermoy Road. So we're now in Property Engine, by the way, guys, and the idea is this one more, okay, and another one I'm going to analyse, hopefully, just in the hour. Last couple of weeks on Rightmove and Zoopla, it's taken us an hour and a half to analyse just 2 properties. I'm hoping to do 3 today and hopefully not go to an hour and a half or an hour and 20, just go to the hour. Let's get cracking. So, yeah, Natalia sent me this one. It's in the middle here. It's got new windows, double glazing, and the roof I think needs a bit of patchwork, but it's not too bad. Mess inside, right? You know, I'm guessing, even though it's not a plug socket in the skirting board, I think this is gonna need a rewire. But it's one of those where you need to, again, Paul let me know that you need to check the fuse box. Well, there's no picture of the fuse box here. And this is interesting. This bathroom, in some way, is kind of nice, but probably not nice enough. And it'll need ripping out. But it definitely has some potential based on the pictures. Now, our total plot size is not really as helpful as, so let's look at the other things we're looking for when we go into comparables. Is 85 square meters. Well, hang on, Property Engine just has a button. So I'm going to click comparables. This saves a lot of time versus the last couple of weeks. Okay, now you know what it does is how have we sort of zoomed in on the whole program? Right, there we go. It initially comes up with 1 mile radius, and you press the edit button, and I'm going to take it back to actually 0.25 miles, right? That's the most accurate comparables update area. It also says last 24 months, which is a bit long. So again, we're going to start with the ideal comparables. That last 6 months, we've got one property that has been matched, sold 30th of June 2025. And here's the issue: it's only 500k. Now, I won't take it just at face value. Maybe, if we're lucky, this actually is, I don't know, too small to use for a comparable. Already it's 76 square meters, and we want to be plus or minus 5%. Oh no, let's make it a calculator so that everyone can see. But ours is 85, right? Times 0.95. 80.7, right? So, you know, this is probably too small for your ideal comparable. So, good. It has sold the most recently though, but I think perhaps it's too small. We'll bear it in mind. So the postcode of this one is UB69HX. Once we've got three comparables as usual, we'll go into the analyzer. You can analyze in Property Engine, but I've heard that actually it's obviously dealer's card bias, but the one that we're given is better because it factors in holding cost. Okay, so we've gone last 12 months, and I think I'm comfortable with that, to be honest, right? I know a lot can change in 12 months, but I'm comfortable going about 12 months. 83 square meters, 3 bed, 547. Okay, so this was sold in March. It's not that long ago. 83 square meters, 3 bed, perfect. Let's have a little look at the pictures. It was in not. Let's make it bigger. Not the best condition. Cooking is happening, which I am very grateful for. A massive help tonight. Can't hear me because you've got my headphones on. Right, okay, so yeah, disgusting little kitchen, to be honest. So this is a property that was bought for asking for. Okay, was it an auction? So asking price normally means. Well, let's have a look. Does it have a right move link? It's been removed by the agent. Oh, it's Evans and Company. It's that same agent. Which is cool. So they would actually know this comparable. That's the comparable of the one that we're looking at that's listed with them. And it sold at, wow, really close to asking price. And that's the same as this one. Maybe this is quite a good agent for the sellers. They're able to get close to their asking price. However, this was reduced quite a bit, wasn't it? It's one of them where it makes me think, like, because we're looking for a low price, like, is it better to go with an agent that's not as great for its sellers? Then you'll be able to negotiate them more. I don't know. Anyway, so I was trying to find if it's an auction. No, it's not. We will grab this right move link though, because it's best to kind of. This is a trick that Zat taught me. Thank you, Zat. To I wonder if she's watching. It's just Paul. Or this is Paul commenting anyway. She was saying it's good to save your comparables in Property Engine. I'll show you how to do that in a second. So look, I mean, is this much better than ours? I can see now why ours is all for 485. I was thinking that was high initially, but same square meterage. I actually want to get ours up in it. I know you can press back to property here, but I actually want to get ours up in like a separate tab because I just find it annoying having to go back and forth. How duplicate? Having to go back and forth, I just find annoying. So this is our property. And I forget what I'm doing now. But yeah, why is there so much low? I mean, it is in an even worse state. You could probably say potentially, I would say unmortgageable. I don't know how livable that kitchen is. Mind you, I think as long as it's got a stove and it's got electricity for a fridge, that is mortgageable. And then it's got a toilet, so no, it is mortgageable. With assisted sales, mortgageable doesn't matter so much though. Oh, this is what I was looking for. Is it on the same road? It's not on the same road. I'm just trying to understand why this one is so much lower than on that sold. The one that, aha, this is what we're going to use on comparables button on this tab. Oh no, I have to change it again. Yeah, the one that's, anyway, it sold for 5, I should note it down, for 547. I mean, why did that sell so much higher? I would say it's in slightly better condition. It's no bigger. I know the market's weird, isn't it? Maybe because of the outbuilding? Oh, and it backs onto the field, which is nice. I'm just looking on the right here. I feel like ours backs onto the field though as well. The playing field thing. Ours is 22. Is here? Backs onto the playing field. Yeah, it doesn't have an outbuilding. Okay. Well, do you see that? No outbuilding there, but don't feel like that has a lot of value. Right, let's see what the chat thinks of this comparable, which is the chat just means pork. I rushed my gammon and waffles for this. Appreciate it, mate. I'm having pork tonight, not gammon. But what about the tree? Thank you. Yeah. Can you go up in the loft and fit some windows like next door done? Can you use square meter price to make up the difference if it's smaller? The square meter price. Go up into the loft. Right next door is done. Let's have a look. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Right. And then how much did next door sell for? Oh, not sold since 1995. You could go up into the loft pool, but and the one actually the other next door gone onto the roof, but not sold since 2001. It's an interesting point. Could you go into the roof? Do we have street view on this? Again, I'm still a bit new to property engine. This is kind of the trial for me today. What are we saying here? Can you go into? I see. I don't have enough confidence right now to think that would make a huge difference. But but also, you know, Paul, if you have any idea how much this refurb would be, maybe with the roof, without the roof, I would go 100. Just say it's probably 100k. You know, we're in London. We're gonna need new floors. Windows are okay, but we're gonna need new plaster, everything, new kitchen, new bathroom. Are we gonna change the layouts? I think we are adding a. We should look to add a bathroom. You know, it says there's 2 bathrooms, but it's blatantly lying there. So anyway, I'd want to like knock this wall through into the dining room, and I'd want to try and get a toilet in instead of this door. Forget this door to the dining room. You just go through the kitchen diner, Stick a wall in there. Toilet. A bit of replumbing as well. Going to the roof. I don't know how much added value there would be there. Potentially you could have another bedroom, which is about 13%. More knowledge from Paul. You know, I do owe him a lot of tea. So yeah, I don't know why this one sold so high, but this one sold at 447. 547. Okay, and it's not renovated, and you want a comparable for a property that's been renovated. So I've noted it down, but it's not renovated because I don't know how much a renovation is going to add. Traditionally you might think, oh well, that'll add another 100k, but what if the ceiling value of the street is 600k? How about the one next to it there? Okay, we've got one next to it as a comparable has gone into the roof. See, this is weird. That sold for less. I mean, 2021. What have property prices done since 2021? I think they've gone a lot higher. I should probably know this off the top of my head, but inflation UK calculator. I think that's what people have looked up, but I don't know if it actually exists. Because it's just average. As of July, previous month, previous year. I want across a few years to 2021. Oh, this is nice. Yearly, monthly. Price by type of property. I mean, okay, just for the sake of this, we'll say terrace, but I'm not. What the main thing I want to look across many years. What's that do, advantage? I don't just want to look over 1 year. Can I change that? Oh. Okay, cool. Right, here we go. Since when was it sold? When were we saying? I don't say. March. Just did direct like 4 years behind because the other one sold in March. Let's go. Right, so we'd be at there. Yeah, 189, and then we're at 228. Let's go back to his percentage on that. Oh, which is that's gonna test me. No, we're not gonna do like that. Right, 228. Divided by 1. Oh, this is it's contested. So does that mean it's had a 20% increase? Is that what that means? Oh mate, I can't remember how to do maths now. Right, let's copy that. Let's go. 189 times by that. Oh jeez. Right, let's bump that, and then yeah. Okay, so 20%. So it's gone up 20%. This is so very average, but like, I don't know. Oh wait. Oh yeah. Oh mate, I'm so saving this link. I'm so sending this to myself. So saving this link. Right. Done. Okay. Alright, okay. So this is more realistic. Because we were going to say 20%, but I didn't think I'd be on this site. But, I mean, land registry, makes sense. March 2021 was. We don't know. Let's find out. I'm actually going to find out. Right. We'll look at. This is view on Google Maps. No, not view on property engine. Okay. Never mind. Alright, we're just gonna say it's March then. Right, 577. Okay, and then we're at 625. Yeah, I don't think it's as big an increase. So 625 divided by 577. Yeah, only 8%. London is slowing down. You see, I had this jump up to here, 650, and then London's flattening out. Okay. And then it's just to confirm that 577 times answer. We're doing maths. So yeah, so it's 8% increase. So if I go back here, so this one was sold for 539 2021. So if I times 539 times 1.08, then we get to today's value, 582. Right, so that's not our comparable, by the way, okay, because we're using 2021 data, but to validate this comparable, I'm going to say if this was renovated like that, it would be worth, which is because it's next door, if this is like that, it would be worth 582 today. But it's not ideal because we're having to use 2021 data and project forwards based on 8%. But I'm going to cross out the 547 because it's not renovated. If it was renovated, we'd have 582. Make sense? No, but never mind. Let's keep going. Try and do that. So. Right, so that's our first comparable. Oh yeah. Oh dear. What's Paul saying? Has he left? Yeah, I think he's left. Oh, fair enough. No, he's probably not. He's our trust is still here, mate. Right, okay, next comparable. Yeah, I mean, it's not looking great, is it? You know, it's 485. Probably putting up to maybe 100k in it, and so we have to at least see 600, and I'm not seeing it anywhere. Presume 582. So yeah. I mean, okay, it's not renovated to super. Decent standard. Sure, it's interesting that it's like everything apart from the kitchen is super high standard. Maybe they just ran out of money for this, or I don't know. Maybe I'm just being too like privileged about the whole thing. You know, most people would think that's a bloody lovely kitchen. I think it was good like 20 years ago. Okay, and that's gone for. But how was he asking price? Hang on, this is what I struggle with. I struggle with this property engine. Where is it? Ah, there we go. Right, it tells you what it actually sold for there. Okay, okay, cool. So yeah, look, the whole point of this is it saves you time. Let me say, look at this. This is a big circle over there. When you're hovering over it, it's cool. Let's save some time here. Let's say that I'm not seeing anything high enough. If I just pick the first few, just to confirm it, and that's massive. 123 square meters. We got 550. We had 582 from the other one. 550. 550 again. So our average on that. Oh no. 582 plus 550 plus 550. Yeah, divide by 3. Yeah, so no. How can that work? I think I did something wrong. Oh, I did that, didn't I? 505. 560. Well, I doubt from, and let's go into the analyzer, but I doubt from, this is selling at 560, and oh, not 560 quid, that might make it a little bit worse than it could otherwise be. If this is selling at 560k, then and we've got this a previously agreed price with the vendor at 485, and this is what you want to do again with an assisted sale. You want to offer at or close to the asking price. Let's see, and refurb's 100. I think that's fair. Let me ask a bit more directly if look at places nearby. Look at places nearby via Zoopla. Well, the thing is, that's interesting, but Property Engine should sort me out, shouldn't it? I'm gonna be stubborn on it. Refurb for this one. Looking at no. So I think. Oh, short going. Wait. We've gone right to this, have we? I was thinking 100k because it looks in a bit of a state, and sorry, that's the wrong one. So, you know, you'd have to go very low. You'd have to almost go like a standard flip offer to make anything here. Still losing money there. Your agency fees. And I assume worst case scenario here. I assume the agent like needs their full fee at front and needs their full fee at the back, and you know you got the legals that's realistic, and you've got all the holding costs. And which council's this? Which council is this? Oh, never mind. We'll just take the average based on my areas. I am assuming the worst case scenario, which is the best thing to do. Yeah, maybe their agency fee up front, they'd only need about 3k or something, but yeah, let's check this out. I wouldn't want to offer any lower than 450 based on assisted sale when they want 485. So obviously it's only gone in on the just gone off the market, but I think even so, I doubt it's going to get. You know, if they originally wanted 485, and you go right, I've got this complicated assisted sale thing, 400k. How's this? Yeah. On for 485. I'm going to check this one out and we're going to move on. I'll say thank you so much to Natalia, but yeah, it just doesn't work sadly. And right now, here's the thing. I was going to go on to. Well, I won't show you. I was going to go onto my Excel spreadsheet, which is how I've been recording it thus far. But now let's get into the habit of Property Engine. So this one, interested, but now I think I should be able to make some notes. Not remove from pipeline. What should I should select. What can I do with this? Actions. Add label. Let's add a label. Just of numbers don't work at the moment. bad floor plan, bad area. I don't know, to be honest, but it just numbers don't work at the moment. Um, yeah, let's say that. All right, so let's go back and so yeah, this is my pipeline, which um, yeah, if you're watching, you think about Property Engine. I'm on the trial, which is giving me full access to the full shebang on Property Engine. The 90 quid plus VAT, that's £108 a month version. I mean, for goodness sake, I'm a student. I can't actually stay on that afterwards. So my pipeline here won't be won't won't be continuing with me, I don't think. But um, the first 3 months that I started to pay, it's actually half price. So it's 45 plus VAT, so it's 54 quid. I might be able to swallow that for a month or two if I am really enjoying this. Otherwise, I'll go to the basic version, which doesn't have the pipeline. Well, I'll be using my Excel spreadsheet to manage my flow. But I can still do the comparables, which is the main thing I'm showing you today in this live stream. So, and that's 25 plus VAT. It's 30 quid a month. I might be able to swallow that, to be fair. Just, 30 quid, what's that? It's having, I mean, every time you have lunch out these days, it's between 5 and 10 quid. So what is it? It's having like 5 less lunches out. It's like making a few sandwiches, chucking it in a box more often. Just, not a big deal when you think of it like that. Anyway, right, that's personal life stuff. I've also got this NW97RF from last week. Probably wondering, you forgot about that one, Elliot. No one's wondering that. But if I had viewers, they'd be wondering that. And no, here it is. I've saved it for in my interested pipeline. So we've seen this one before in Collindale, all right. But I use comparables based on the old methods, right? The right move method. So let's do it based on the easy way where, to be honest, I'm not really using my brain much. I'm just clicking a button that says comparables, but let's have a look. So it doesn't look like a lot has been solved recently. Oh, hang on, but let's use the brain a little bit. I'd like to. We're coming off this comparables, aren't we? This one we're going back to property, and I want to remember. There's no floor plan. Oh yeah, remember I have to ask the agent about the floor plan. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Can I find EPC of this one? I don't know where to find EPC on or records maybe. Yeah, I don't know about EPC on Property Engine, to be fair. Is it in here? Full description? No. Well, then I'll just go overview. I'll just go right move. Just grab it off here. Say the full postcode. Doesn't. Alright, let me go onto the EPC website then, find the full postcode for it. Can't remember what it is now. EPC. Oh no, we're not looking for it. We know the postcode. What we're looking for is the exact square meters, because when I'm going through my comparables here, I don't know whether 73 is close. From my memory, that is about close. But let's find an energy certificate. So for those of you who don't know, so you do it. Again, I should copy this link and just send it to myself, shouldn't I? Right. So it was NW9 7RF, and it is, I can't remember which, I think it's 6. I think it's 6. Yeah, it's 6 cylinder drives. You just click on this one. And 74 square meters. Alright, so let's bear that in mind. We're going. Ha! It's there. NW9 7RF. And it's 74 meters squared. Alright, cool. Let's actually do the comparable thing then. Let's do it. Is anyone here? Yes, Paul. It's a C, 70 scores. Yes, thank you so much. 100 is okay. Yeah, so that last one doesn't work, sadly. Thank you for confirming that. I'm going to ask you still about this 620 thing on Zoopla. I'm not quite... I'm not quite sure about that. I don't really know what Paul means there. Okay, so we can click on the comparables button now, but I'm going to open it in a new tab. Can I do that? Yeah. Comparables over here. And let's look for the ideal comparables first before we get excited. We've got the 74 in our heads. We're going to, only 21 in a 1 mile radius. We're going to struggle there, aren't we? But ideally, we want to be like 0.25 miles. Sold properties A. Okay, let's have a look. So, here's the comparables. Sold comparables. Last 6 months says 3. Okay, so this is like your most accurate, isn't it? Oh, last 3 months is 1. This is the most accurate. It's over here. Is that a more desirable area? Don't know. But 600k. Hello. Hello, I'm getting excited. We're on for 475 here. Is that a more desirable area? Let's have a look. I mean, let's think about it. We're in a sort of estate thing here, aren't we? And over here, more of a road. I will say that 83 square meters. That's a bit large, isn't it? We're at 74. That is over 10% above. So actually, we're not going to use that. I was getting excited at 600k there, but there's a reason, isn't there? Okay. That's why London's so confusing. We're 83 square meters there. Right. Which one are you? Which one are you? You're that one. So why are you bigger but cheaper? Hyde School and Children's Centre, maybe because there's screaming kids in the background. That's fair, isn't it? Mind you, that one's got the same thing going on. Why are you cheaper and bigger? Let's have a look at your condition. Probably that, isn't it? Yeah, kitchen looks slightly more dated. Actually, I didn't look at the other one, but it looks kind of... Ooh, that's cool. Oh, wow. That's the best shed ever, and that's a nice bathroom. Yeah, okay, so they've done Ooh. So they sold it with that. Maybe to another Buddhist. Maybe another Buddhist was like, I need this house. Because oh yeah, because this is so cool. Like kind of Chinese Buddhist with the beautiful roses and I kind of want to become a Buddhist now. It's such a cool house, and I'll live there, and I'll be calm and peaceful forever. And shut up. Let's get back to business. I don't actually think the conditions load is better, but I think it is cool on the outside. I mean, here, look, they've gone into the roof. And maximising potential and 89 square meters. That's probably why it's 89 square meters, because it's up in the roof. Oh, I think that's nice. I think that could be better, but I think it's decent, and it's 550. I don't think we can do a similar thing with ours, you know, going into the roof or anything. Ours is just a little bit dated. Can we go into the roof? I mean, maybe, but that side over there, that's a different property, isn't it? We're a semi here. Is this one a semi? It's a terrace, actually. Right. This one smaller. 470, so it's sold for, yes, terrace, and it's okay. I would say that's like a similar condition to ours, like clean, just a little bit more tired than it could be. That's a nice thing they've done there to maybe get a few ideas from what the other properties have done. That little archway thing, that's nice. The dining room, the little archway to the kitchen. It's not major structural work, but it helps improve the flow of the place, doesn't it? If we look at ours, no, we haven't got a floor plan. God damn it! Wait, no, I swear there is one on Rightmove. Yeah, there is. It's just property engine can't find it. Right. So ours, you got the kitchen, reception. Where do you enter? Wait, oh yeah, you enter through the kitchen. Or do you? Damn, I actually want a viewing of this one because it's really strange. But this is quite kitchen. Oh no, the kitchen back there, reception. There's a decent flow to this one. I don't think it needs a layout change. You got the kitchen up there where you see that breakfast stall thing is, and straight through to the living room. I think it's a nice property. Just needs a little bit of modernisation. Same as this one, alright, so we had a reduced here, we had an Oscar, and then eventually went 470, so, you know, things do move. I could get this one that started at 475, I could get it lower, but now we're looking at end value, and now we're going to go to 12 months. A couple more properties to look at. 57 Kingsbury Road. I love the way it pops up on the right there as you're hovering over it. That's such a helpful feature. Without it, I'd be lost. Thing is, that's 107 square meters. Like, how do you get to that? I noticed this on Rightmove as well. Like when you press the calculate estimated value, it would give a different square meterage to the floor plan, and you're all over the place really. That's a nice new kitchen. Sort of some structurally supported archway to improve the flow of the property. I can't work out how it's 107 square meters. Oh, we're counting in this outhouse. Okay. I'm counting that in. Oh, we don't need to count that. That doesn't really up the value of the property that much, does it? It's a nice garden though. Different era of property. I don't know how comparable it really is. Just using my own discretion. Without the outbuilding, we are... Oh gosh, I'll have to add things up. No, I'll have to take this away. So 5 times 5. So basically taking 25, over 25 off. 28 off. Let's call it 29. So we're 80 inside. Still a bit higher. And then we're for 530. I'll put it down as the first comparable. Oh, we didn't do the golden rule that Zach told us to do, which is to chuck this. Assuming we are still interested at the end. Oh no, I've already done it. I did that yesterday. Comparable ones link though. Let's call this comparable one, and let's get that link. it's not the best comparable, but like it's close, and it's what was it, 12 months, and it's it's a little bit bigger, so I might say 520 on it to be safe. We're gonna check it there. So, oh, hello, can I? Oh, edit. There we go. I'll say 80 meters squared, so you might want to see. We're going to find now. How are we doing? We will have analysed 2 properties in an hour. I'm confident of that. Got 10 minutes left. Not 3. Yeah. 7:10's doing. Probably call it 7:30 because. Oh yeah. By the way, Jacob's sister does a live Zoom thing from 9. So if you want to catch from 7, so if you wanted to catch that, obviously go for that now. Okay. This one. Derwent Rise. Yeah, so that's quite an interesting different mix of houses around here, haven't you? So Derwent Rise, that's a lot worse, obviously, more council-y. Yeah, I don't like the way they built these out. I mean, yeah, everyone needs affordable homes, but they can look better than this. I mean, goodness me. I think of a nice British home. I don't think of that. It's a shame, but it's still it's sold for 470. Now that's annoying, really, because it's only moved 5 off here. I mean, look, all these things is individual circumstances. Someone could have, that's my ideal home. It was dated and it's sold at 470. Well, I suppose with this, even if you had a refurb into this type of thing, there's just no curb appeal. So you can't probably improve it that much anyway. But if this was improved, maybe it'd be 500. It's not the best comparable. Different type of style. I don't want to go above 12 months. I don't really want it. Too much variability. I want to go to half a mile, which is still fine. Half a mile. Not ideal, but it's still fine. And with 12 months, we're half a mile with 3 beds. So this is at 500. Yeah, not modern, is it? Not modern. 500, 75 square meters. That's an interesting one. Where is that? That's up there, Springfield Mount. Let's see if there are any houses next to it that have been like refurbished. I want to know because I'm not going to say 500s are comparable because we'd want to make our house better inside. There's a 1930s style though, so we're a different style of build. But so that one sold for 507 in 2018. That one sold for 580k in 2017. Right, let's look at this because view most recent listing. I love the ability to do this. So this is what a refurbished 3-bed in the area, 77 square meters. This is what it does. I know it's 1930s style, and ours is sort of 1980s block of bricks, but let's look at it anyway. What? Why did it sell for that high? I'm so shocked. I thought this would be like the refurbed one. Okay, bathroom, tick. That's about it. So they refurbed the bathroom, that's it. Nothing black and white in property, is it? Okay. How about this one? That's all 507. How did this one look? Oh, still dated. I guess it's just maybe the added curb appeal of these like 30s style houses. People prefer them. damn, why is it? Yeah, so over 500, and then more recently, this one only 500. Oh my god. Who likes chocolate? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, they were cooking while they took the photo. um, right. So, I didn't get much from that investigation. Let's move on to the next comparable. Or something hopefully a bit similar. Ramsey Close. Alright, Gordon. Aha, this is a similar era of property, right? This kind of... Yeah. That kind of vibe is giving me a similar era of property. And it got 525. Well, maybe that's the power of saying offers in excess of. It's a bit too big, but it got 585. Not very nice on the outside. A little bit dated, and you know, that's it's a dated kitchen, isn't it? That's your 70s, 80s, probably 80s kitchen. Okay, and that's a new bathroom. Interesting glass design there. So 525, okay. But with a, see, I don't know. I want to find a property that's been refurbished, so I know what a refurb does. If a refurb does things, then let's go for it. If a refurb doesn't do anything, you know, it's not really refurbed. Oh, hello. We've got one that's refurbished. We had this one that was refurbished, didn't we? But that went into the roof. And yeah. We weren't too happy with that one. But we did, this is our only comparable so far, wasn't it? That was refurbed. Somewhat. This one, too big, wasn't it? This one, I don't know, it seems too hard. Can put it in though. You know, it's not a million miles away, and so for 600 very recently in July. Um, it's bigger. It is bigger. So for 10% bigger. That's not huge. So maybe what would a conservative be if it's a little bit smaller? Let's call it 575. I mean that's a good sign if it's refurbed. And here we go. We've got another one down here that's refurbed, and it's on for 620 in February. So yeah, fantastic, fantastic. Where's this one then? Here. No properties there. Yeah, you know, it's not far. It's not far away. The style of house on the outside. Okay, it is again. It is 30s. It's more classic. That's a gorgeous refurb. I love that. I'm sold. I want to live there. Maybe I'll take away that shirt. Oh, I don't know. Football criticism is so easy, but Kane's actually pretty good, isn't he? Doesn't really run anymore, though, does he? I'm screaming at the telly. Why aren't you moving? You're an athlete. Not actually the nicest bathroom, but overall, it's fantastic refurb. Okay. So for a high standard of finish, 620, but hang on, total floor area. That's not what we were. That's not what we were promised over there, was it? It's including the outbuilding. We went here. It didn't include the outbuilding, did it? Oh, it was. Right, let's take off the outbuilding and take off a few thousands, really. Yeah. In. It's good layout. The outbuilding is 3 by 3. Let's call it 3 by 4 is 12. Take off 12, 84, still too big. Still 10% too big. Over 10% too big. So, and then it's a 1930s style. I don't know, I'm really pulling things out of the air here, but I think there is potential. I might put again a sort of upper fives on it. I'll put a 575. But yeah, we're not. It's not quite similar enough. But at least, ideally, you'd want something refurbished that looks like ours. The bricky job. I should probably note these comparables down in here, shouldn't I? We have not done that yet. So we were adding this one in. Oh no, can't get a list in there. Never mind, I'll just have the property engine link in for now. Fine, not a problem. Right, this one is in a C2. Well, edit. Yeah, I need to edit it. C2. For C3, we are potentially adding the one we were just looking at here. Wait, hang on, we might be able to find a proper link for this one. Zoo. No. I feel like Zoo will always take it off. Or maybe I'm just thinking that based on recency bias. But that's C3. I don't know. I kind of want to do more. It's half past already. So I should finish the analysis now, but I want to do better. Does these comparables? So honestly, this one, Townsend Lane with slightly less curb appeal, that's more of a comparable, isn't it? Well, it's a terrace. Not really. Your ideal situation, you get all these comparables in a line. All your ducks in a row. 60 square meters. It's not, I mean, I was like, yay, that's finally the right era of build. Oh, and they've open planned it up and... Oh, they've done really well with that. It's only 60 square meters, but they've done really, really well. Oh, yeah. And it only went for 450. Now, I know it's smaller, but that's the right era. And look, I mean, maybe if I really want to save myself time, I can take this number. Five, three, three. I didn't like the 1 mile thing, but 533, yeah. Is this one at 450? I know it's smaller, but if we add, well, it's sort of 25% bigger onto it. I don't know if that's really getting us that far towards where we would want to be. I'll tell you what, let's just make something up. What I said, it's about 25% of the square meterage. Right, let's do this then. This is, I don't know if this is like legit a thing, but oh wait. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I just thought maybe the floor thing would like also be 25%. I don't know. Let's also do like 20%. Right, I'm gonna go 540. I think that's fair. That's reasonable. You just make the same thing bigger. 540. Too big. Okay, this is same floor area. Okay, it's a terrace, but like it's again less curb appeal, but it's fully modernised inside. 545. You know, I like that as a comparable. I like that as a comparable very much. And as a little AI thing going well presented, I agree. And that's what we want to do with ours. Oh, and it's by the same agent. So that's not bad, is it? So get that in as C5. So we had another one, which was this. Bumped up to 5.4. No, do you know what? That's a terrible idea. It's too far off. I don't think I should even use it. C4. Save that. Hmm. Yeah, so that's the thing, its computer is telling me 533. Maybe I should just use that to like quickly, maybe next week, I'll just use its automatic thing over here, which was like to go in, look, Elliot, roughly here is where you can get it to. Maybe I should just use that next week and speed up the process even further. Using my looking around, here's what I've reached, but I've probably been too ambitious. It'd be interesting to see. C1 was there, C2 was there, C3 was there, C4 was there. No. So I've reached 553. Property engine reached 533. Let's analyze. Okay. So this is a flip, and yeah, so interesting. Me previously with Rightmove and Zoopla got to 565, but if you remember, I think it was last week or the week before. I think the week before, first one I did, we were struggling. We were going all over the shop. Really, we were struggling. We got 565. Maybe we're ambitious. Just now, I got to 553. So let's see how that affects this. And this is for the assisted sale, right? Still viable, but I like a margin of like a good margin, like 100% ROI, and then we can always fall on flat on our face after that. And look, when I was doing that, I was comparing with like the high end refurbs. I might have been comparing with a 40k refurb, and then it doesn't work. So I'm less confident with this. And then according to Property Engine, and I do think it takes, I don't know, I feel like it does take the wrong properties on, I don't know, but it takes like 1 mile and it's taking all this stuff on that 107 square meters, like, I don't know, it's taking a different build style completely. It's you know, with my own discretion, look at the build style, look at the area. It's going to 1 mile. But oh, nice. But you know, I'm naturally drawn to the high end ones, aren't I? Because everyone is, you're like, oh, your eyes light up when you see the 620s. But a non-biased, albeit less discretionary computer has said 533, has said no. So based on that, how low would the? Because I said I'll ring the agent saying that. Just to let you know, I'm interested, but the price would have to obviously be lower. Just keep me updated on how it goes, and if the you know if they are struggling to sell, just reach out to me, that kind of thing. But how low would it have to go based on Property Engine's comparable end value? We'd have to go at least to 450, but again, I don't like that margin. We might have to go a bit lower there. I like a margin of 100% ROI. We don't have to go too far, do we? We have to go to probably 430. It's on for 475. Okay, we have to go to 430, but it's still sold for 470. Like it did all right. The ones that sell it, so it would have to sell for 430, right? So what is selling at 430? Or 450? It's the smaller one, or it's nothing, not a lot. So I don't think it's gonna go that low. Oh, here we go. This is 430. What is selling for 430? The smaller square meters. Oh, wait, let me just actually look. If I hover around, which one is this? Are you gonna show me? Oh no, it's not actually like doing the big pin thing. Ah, I'm losing my ball bearings. Ranking close. Can you see that name anymore? Tennis court. Wee. Anyone wants a tennis lesson with me? Or let me know. I am a coach. Can't see ranking close. Let's have a look. So, is our property like this? Not really. I mean, our property would have to fall. No floor plan. And when was it sold? Jan 25. Yeah. I feel like it. Look, I feel like it's got a little bit damp and. But whoever refurbed this did nice. It's clean. It's a clean job. So it's nice. Like, yeah. But yeah, I think our property's better than this. I think it's unlikely that it's going to go down to here. But I'll actionables next week. I'll let the agent know to sort of contact me if it drops. It definitely needs to drop to at least 450 to get somewhat interesting, doesn't it? If it's 450, then we may be making 50% ROI. So we now know if it drops to if it drops to 450 or 460, we're interested. If not, we're not interested. Okay. Before I finish, I've analysed 2 properties in about an hour. But before I finish, I want to save a search. There's another feature in Property Engine that I wanna utilise. So I'm gonna just go around the area like that last. Let's pick that last postcode that we were looking at. So where did you put in the postcode? Ooh, repossessed. And yeah, this is interesting, man. I think you put the postcode here. NW97RF. Yeah, so we're gonna go around. Yeah. Oh, got me notifications for that one. Yeah, of course. I said I'll let I'll get the agents to let me know, but actually, property owner's going to let me know when that anything changes on that one. So for sale, is it gonna give me like a radius around the area? Because at the moment it's just the area. Yeah, okay, so I want to have a 5 mile radius. Oh my god, that's beautiful. Oh, love looking at the end results. Strategy. So I'm looking at assisted sales, so I definitely want probate. So interesting actually to just I could possibly do one save search probate, one save search back and reduced and compare. See what I get. I think I'll do that. Right, so the first search is probate. Um, bought and flipped. Oh, I see. One's always bought it and then sold it. Not really. Really tend to know. Yeah, for me, for an assisted sale, I'm looking at probate, back and reduce. Back means just come back on the market. They struggled to sell it last time. They're changing agents. They're getting flustered. Negative equity. Can't remember, but I think it's something like they're struggling to pay off their mortgage. Needs modernising, of course. In fact, what I'll do is I think I'm going to that's an of course. I'm going to combine every strategy with the needs modernising. Because otherwise, right? There's no room to add value, surely. I don't know about cash only, whether I'll look at that. Maybe. No chain, yeah, I'll look at that. But I'll say I'm ignoring that. Repossessed. I don't know, I hear these things getting chucked around. What does it mean when a property is repossessed? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like someone couldn't pay their mortgage and the bank's taking it back off them and has to sell the money, sell the property. Sell the property often through an auction or an estate agent to repay the outstanding debt. Try to work out their motivated. So, repossessed properties often sell cheaper than those sold on the open market with discounts of up to 30%. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's here in the deal sourcing software, for goodness sake, so it's going to be good. But yeah, the first save search we're going to go with is probate, and yeah, it needs modernising. Then we're going to look for the bedrooms. Now, I'd like to go two to five. Because this system by itself can work for these big houses. Because the alternative of buying it, like, buying a big 5 bed asset, it's difficult, you know. That's why assisted sales are starting to work. Right, bathrooms, any, to be honest. If there's only one bathroom, adding a second, helps the value, doesn't it? Property type. I want to exclude the flats, the land, the garages, the parking, the mobile homes, the blocks of flats. I know what off-plan means. Again, learning. Even just getting the software, I'm learning. Property purchased before it is fully constructed, based on architectural plans. That's so interesting. This can offer benefits like purchasing at a low price, securing a desirable unit, seeking an increase in value before completion. So it carries risks such as delays, finished product not meeting expectations, potential issues with securing a mortgage. Yeah, that sounds complicated. Let's exclude it. That's not really what I'm looking to do. Commercial, I'm going to exclude. Retail, I'm going to exclude. I'm going to exclude the offices. Let's just get rid of it. Let's just get rid of it for the purposes of this. Pubs, restaurants. I mean, it's so interesting that you can have this all on this software. And sports venues. Let's start me a tennis club. Exclude the retirement. Other, I don't know, let's keep it in. I'm open-minded. Property condition. Let's exclude the well-maintained and the excellent condition. I mean, average is fine. Because look, this is average. And it's like, yeah, you could change a couple of things. You could recarpet it. Definitely need to recarpet it. And this could be a small assisted sale where you're spending 10k, but yeah, I don't know, maybe the rest of the street is on 680 or something, and then there you go. So internal floor area, whatever. Plot size, whatever, it's fine. Construction year. Oh, that's so interesting. So we can filter from that. Can we do that on the comparables? Oh, okay, I'm noting it down. We'll find out within this week. The actionables were: let the agent know interested in reductions. I also this week want to do and find out if I can filter the year on comparables. Oh, that would be cool, wouldn't it? Take a little cheeky little screenshot of it, and then I have a little thread going with the owner of this software, so I'll bang that across to him later. Sweet. Yeah. Okay, done with that. Labels. Price action back on the market. Right, so number of times reduced. Yeah, or I mean, some people are stubborn. Back on the market. So whether I want to exclude the ones that like they've been on there for 6 months, but someone just stubbornly kept it at the same price. I don't know if that ever happens, but like within the last 6 months. Yeah, I want to exclude it. I want to exclude 3. I want to exclude. No. Wait. What? Exclude. Up until. What's going on here? Just custom range. Oh no, 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 no. Don't want to do that. Right. Include that. It's not going to let me exclude, is it? Until a month. Up until a month ago. Until 3 months. Up until 6 months ago. Right. This is where I'm getting Hooper's my favourite estate agency. Honestly, they have so many that struggle to sell, it seems. They put up. Oh, okay, up until 6 months ago. Yeah, 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 that's what I want. Like, if it's been on the market for 6 months, that's when motivation's starting to happen. Before then, I just don't. Really? Price a square meter. Oh, is this what Paul was on about? I don't really know what to exclude there. Maybe in a few weeks' time I'll understand that. Estate agent name. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Hoopers, my fave. So many different ones though, isn't it? We're only at 29 properties now, so we've done well at filtering out. 10 more? Oh, we have to exclude the leasehold and the share and the common hold. I want freehold and then so I don't want not specified. That's weird, isn't it? Or maybe ring up the agent. It's fine. Here it's telling me how below market value it is, minus 18.9%. Or no, not how below market value, how below the initial offer it is. So yeah, this is cool. This is cool. I've seen that one before, but it's just disgusting. No offense. Right, we're nearly there. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. Sold subject to contract, no longer on the market. Wait, all hidden. No, no, I don't want to hide it. Bring it back. Bring it on. Bring it on. You know why? Because then I can go D2B, can't I? I'll tell you what. I'll exclude it for now, but I'll note down that at some point I can do for D2V. I can direct to vendor. I can include. Tell you what, I want to include subject to contract because I can. If it stacks, I can keep it in mind. Oh, we're getting some that weren't reduced at all. Um, I said keep it on for stubborn people. Don't want to be dealing with stubborn people. Let's have it reduced at least one time. There we go. Don't want to be dealing with stubborn people. People are open-minded, motivated. What's it saying? Third actionable for this week. D2B include STC and no longer on. So interesting. I mean, you don't see this in Rightmove. Date of last sold. Yeah. Oh right. As in like before. I don't want that at all. That's it. I was going to say, like, most of the time, property turnover isn't every 5 years. Time since previous sold. Yeah. I don't know why I'd want that. Difference from previous sold price. Don't know all that. last sold price, yeah, down below that. Environment and planning, Article 4 area. Flood risk. God. I'm in London. You're right. Oh, we are in some conservation areas. For gardens. Okay, another actionable. How does conservation area impact? Because I don't know, I'm not going to touch that bit yet. Ownership owned by a company. Oh dear. I won't exclude it because, like, I don't know, companies might be a bit more open to my creative solution. I don't think we have any of these sold, but I'm excluding it anyway. What radius have we got going on? What is our radius? I want to save this search, but I don't know what radius we're operating on. Oh, I do. It was in 5 miles, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, because that's... Yeah, okay. That's, yeah. Yeah, within 5 miles. Yeah, alright, I'll do that. Okay. Save... Oh, can't save it. Give the search a name. Oh, right, fair. Probate. 5 miles. Save search. And now, if I go into... Yeah, I don't know where I find that outside of this. Maybe I'll go back onto home. Or no, I'll go back onto properties. View save searches. Probate 5 miles. Open. And then we're back to where we are. Cool. So, what have we done today? We obviously recapped last week. Then we looked at... No, we didn't. We looked pipelines. Here we go. We looked at this one and we said the numbers don't work. We looked at this one and we said, look, it's 475 at the moment. We've looked at this one before, Snowden Drive. We said the comparables were at 565 and we got excited. Actually, based on my discretion, 553. Based on Property Engine summary, 533. So let's go conservative. Let's base it on 533. And in that case, we're going to need the price to drop to 450 for 50% ROI, 430 for 100% ROI. So I'm going to let the agent know I'm interested if there are any reductions. And Hart, I was seeing a few properties advertised by Hart, so I'll also speak to them about letting me know about those ones as well. Then what we did is we saved a search, and I'm going to create some more searches, but we saved a search of probate 5 miles. I'd also like to create a search of like all those other filters. So there's probate, and then there's what other situations are there? Like back on the market, the ones that have come back on the market, the ones that I don't know. I'll have a look. All the other technical terms that I'm still learning. Thank you so much for watching. I think Paul stayed till. I think it works as comparable even if you say 560. I think Paul's left, that's fine. But thanks for watching, Paul and others. And I'll end the stream. Yeah, keep looking out for my YouTube channel, other videos, and the next stream next week, where I'll be trying to good outro, where I'll be using Property Engine again, and I should have lots of different save searches to get into and show you, because I'll be letting that agent know. I'll be looking if I can filter the year on the comparables, because that's what I've been struggling with, is like you get comparables but it's a totally different build type and build era. I'll be looking, maybe doing D2B based on including the no longer on, probably has been taken off. Maybe write a letter to the vendor, and also, yeah, how does the conservation area impact things, impact your renovations? I'm not sure. Right, goodbye.